Hey guys, here Marty Geek. In this video, I have an unboxing and hands-on look of the latest LG Q6 smartphone that is actually an Amazon Prime exclusive phone. Now, keep in mind, LG actually released, like, I think the LG G6, the G Plus, 6 Plus, the Q6, and another one which is a lot cheaper, I think it is. And this one is the Q6, which is similar to the G6. That's why I actually purchased it, and it's only $229. It's compatible with AT&T, T-Mobile, you name it, any GSM carrier. This right here has a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, which is 435 if I'm not mistaken. 5.5-inch screen at 1080p, which is not bad, and it's also 18:9, which is one of those more elongated screens. 5x5, also 3000 milliamp hour battery, 5 megapixel camera, wide camera in the front, and 13 megapixel camera on the rear. So let's go ahead and take this off here for the first time. Here we have a little cloth that actually says LG. It's cool that it actually includes this, and it's covering the phone. Let's go ahead and take this out. Okay, let's move this to the side, see what's inside. You got a quick guide there, and you got the pin for the SIM card. You got the charger, which actually has fast charging. Look at that. I didn't realize that this phone actually had fast charging. And here is the, I think this is micro USB or USB-C. Yeah, micro USB. And let's go and bring this over here. This is, like I said, LG Q6. 5x5, 3000 milliamp hour battery, face recognition, and 5 megapixel wide camera here in the rear. So I'm going to take this out. Okay. Whoa, this thing broke up. Okay, this is not going on smooth. There you go. Damn. You kidding me? There you go. Let's go and take this out. And that's it. And look at here, look at here. So this right here is, I think it's like, it feels like metal, but I think it's actually plastic, but it looks like metal. It looks really cool. It's like a bluish silver. Nice. Look at that. Really cool. Has a little speaker right there, the Q6 brand right there. Here on the side is actually metal or aluminum. It feels really good. Here you got the power button right there. Right there on the bottom, you got the USB, micro USB port and headphone jack, which is awesome. And you got here, this is where you're going to put the SD card, because they actually come with 32 gigabytes of internal storage, but you can put, okay, I accidentally pressed the home power button there. So let's see how it actually powers up. There you go. You feel a little bit of vibration there. So over here, you got the volume buttons as well. You got the volume button then, and of course the SIM card there, where you can actually put a micro SD card there up to 2 terabytes. The phone in the inside, it actually has 32 gigabytes of storage. And look at here. This is how it looks, the 5.5-inch screen, which feels like a small screen, a small phone. I can't believe it. It actually feels like a really tiny phone, but since the screen ratio is actually 78% screen to body ratio, it's actually going to feel like a small phone. But in reality, you know, 5.5 is a pretty decent sized phone. There you go. So right here, we're going to go ahead and set it up for the first time. Insert SIM card. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to insert my SIM card, and I'm gonna go ahead and set up the phone and put all the applications that I want and return with the second half of the video. But I gotta say, so far, this phone actually, let me go ahead and see if we can turn it off. Okay, power off, power off. There you go. Really cool, not bad. Like I said, I'm gonna return with the second half of the video so I can set it up the way I want, put my account, put my SIM card in, and maybe download a game and try it out. Okay, so here again with the LG Q6. This is actually 3 days after I did the unboxing, because after I started setting it up and all that, I decided to go ahead and put my SIM card and actually use it so I can give in this part of the video my full experience about the phone so far. First of all, this is a budget phone. This is a $229 budget phone if you buy it using the Amazon Prime system. If you don't buy using the Amazon Prime system, you're basically going to be paying, I think it's $300 for this phone. Now, this is unlocked. A lot of people that don't understand what unlocked means, when they hear the price $200 and $300, they think that's expensive when they can get a Galaxy S8 or Note 8, right, for $200 and walk out of the store. Remember, you're paying $200 for a Galaxy Note 8, but you're paying $30 a month for that phone per month. If you pay $200 for an unlocked phone or $300 for an unlocked phone, you're not paying a single penny per month. That's the huge difference right there. And plus, since it's unlocked, you can actually use these phones on AT&T, T-Mobile, Cricket, any company that is a GSM carrier. Now, other than that, the phone has a 5.5-inch screen, 1080p screen, which is one of the most positive things about this phone. Screen body per ratio is around 79%, almost 80%. And that's why this phone actually, compared to other phones, like if I compare it to the Galaxy S8, right? This is the Galaxy S8 Plus versus the Galaxy, versus this 5.5-inch screen. This is 6.2, this is 5.5. But you know, body per ratio there, this is like almost, I forgot the body per ratio of this versus this, but you know, you can see the difference right there when it comes to size and screen. You know, what I really like about this smartphone is that it's very 2017. You know, 2017, almost every company is coming out with full body per ratio, 18:9 screens. And this is very similar to the LG G6. This is the Q6. LG G6 is the bigger brother, which is, I think, is like almost 6-inch or 5.7-inch screen, and the body per ratio is a little bit bigger than this, but this so far actually feels really good. The build quality of this phone feels really nice. The back, even though yes it looks like metal or aluminum, is actually plastic, but it looks like metal. The battery is not removable. But the battery life so far has been good. I think it's 3000 milliampere hour battery. And the camera here is a 16 megapixel camera. Correction, is actually 13 megapixel camera on the rear and 5 megapixel camera on the front. Now the camera is actually really good. The only thing that I would have to say about the camera is that the autofocus is not that good. So a lot of times when you're open the camera to take a picture, you actually have to tap on the subject that you want to take the picture of and take the picture right there, and it'll focus right away. But a lot of times I notice that if you open the camera right away, you're gonna need to actually focus by tapping on the screen, because it won't actually focus that fast. Low light pictures are not that good as well. Same thing goes with the video. It takes good video during good light, but during low light it's not that good, the pictures and videos. But other than that, if you are taking pictures and videos on good light on the outside or a house inside with perfectly lit, you're not gonna have problem with the pictures. I think it actually takes good pictures. Front facing camera is also really good as well, 5 megapixel as well. That sounds really good. Oh yeah. Now, one cool thing here as well is that when you have the phone off, there's a couple shortcuts you can actually use for your camera. One of them is tapping right here, right? Double tapping this button right here, the volume down button, and it opens up the camera, which is really good. I love when phones do that. And also, if you tap the up button, double tap the up button, it's actually going to open up the capture note feature, which is really awesome as well. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you cannot customize that. You only have those two buttons for those two features as well. But it's really cool that it actually has those shortcuts. And of course, it also has the double tap to turn off and the double tap to turn on, which is also a good gesture that I like that phone have. Also here on the lock screen, you can have up to 5 applications there. If you tap one of them, you can open it and it opens the application right away, which is really awesome. If you don't like having ads on the screen, well, this phone is not for you. But it's only on the lock screen. That's it. Once you open it up and set it up, everything's gonna work perfectly good for you. If you're a huge Amazon client, like you use Amazon Photos, Amazon Prime, Amazon Videos, Amazon Cloud, this phone is for you, because you know you're gonna have all those features very well integrated with the phone. Same thing goes with all the other LG Prime, Amazon Prime phone. Remember, this is not the only one. Actually, the G6 actually is available as a Prime phone for $399, and I think there's a G6 Plus as well, and there's another one that's cheaper than this one, but it doesn't look as good as this one. Now, of course, the navigation here is really nice. The skin is really cool as well. It feels really awesome. You know, you got all the toggles right there. You got the Bluetooth. You also have the flashlight right here. NFC, which is good that this phone actually has NFC. So that means you will be able to use Android Pay and use your phone to pay as well. That's a good thing that has, because sometimes cheap phones do not have NFC. You also have the capture toggle right there, which automatically takes a screenshot right there, and you can actually write right here. You can erase, you can write text on it, and you can do a lot of things as well and save it to your gallery or memo, whatever you want to do. So that's really cool as well. If you want to take a screenshot, you just press and hold these two buttons right there, and it takes the screenshot right there. This is how the dialer actually looks, which looks pretty damn cool. And another cool thing here is that this phone actually has themes as well, and you can get more themes as well if you want. But if you apply this theme, which actually looks pretty good, let me go ahead and show you guys how it looks. There you go. So it changes the wallpaper, and it also changes the way the icons look as well. Look at the icons, how cool that looks. It looks pretty damn awesome. And also, if you go back to the dialer, look at the dialer now. So let's go ahead and click back here again and get back to themes. And you can see that there's more themes available, but let's go ahead back to the normal one so you guys can have an idea how the normal one actually functions out of the box. Now, when it comes to performance, this has 3 gigabytes of RAM, and it has the Snapdragon 435. Now, I actually did a couple benchmarks, and it actually scored pretty decent. Not super high end. This is one of the benchmarks that I did. But let me go ahead and open Geekbench instead. Get Geekbench instead, so you guys can have an idea how the history goes for CPU tests. This is one of the scores that I got, and this is another score that I got. So right there, you can go ahead and compare with your devices as well. Here, when it comes to the GPU render, this is the score that I got, which is not bad when you compare it to all the other devices out there in the market, the GS5 and all that. Not bad as well. I did play a couple games. It does play really good. I play a game like the South Park game. It actually plays really good here, which is a new game. New Jotzi. The Jotzi game actually plays perfectly good here. Into the Dead 2 plays great here. Asphalt Extreme actually plays really good here, which I'm going to leave here in the video so you guys can actually watch it. All 3 gameplays there as well. NBA Live, I also tried it out. It also plays really good as well. Of course, not at the high-end specs or graphics, but it does look pretty good. Now, another thing to keep in mind here is that since this phone is a little bit more longer than thicker, you know, 18:9 compared to the 16:9, there's going to be some applications that are not going to open completely, or just going to have a squared, you know, just going to have a large black ribbon on the top and white ribbon at the bottom. So there you would have to go ahead here to app scaling, and if you want to adjust any application that you want to automatically, when you open it up, you want automatically to take the full advantage of the screen, all you got to do is go right here, and you can see here the standard size is 16:7:9 or 16:9. But if you want full screen, just click right there, and that application will always open at the full screen. Same thing goes with the games and all that as well. But keep in mind, when you're playing video games, you can actually make it scale while you're playing, which is really cool as well. And of course, here you're only going to see the applications that you download from the store. The normal applications that are in the phone, like the Amazon and all those applications are already upgraded, so that when you open it up, it automatically takes the full screen. So you don't have to do this to those applications. Here there's a whole bunch of adjustments that you can do as well. Like, for example, the home touch buttons right there, these are this buttons right here. You can actually switch them around if you want. Like, see there, you switch them around like there, and this is the way it is by default. You have this button right here by default, but of course for me it looks better like this. For me, if I like having the back button right there and having that right there. You can also put the capture button right there as well, so you would have the capture button there. So that's pretty damn cool. You can have the notification button right there as well. Well, let's go ahead and put the caption for the purpose of the video, and that's it. You can also make this bar in the bottom black instead. This bar right here, just make it black, and when you open some applications, it'll look like that. That's what it is. I'm just gonna leave it like that. But like here on the settings, there's gonna be a lot of things you can actually do there. This phone is actually using 7.1.1. There you go, which is Nougat, and I believe it's gonna get the Oreo update later on next year. Not now, but next year. And other than that, I gotta say, you know, this is a good phone if you're looking for a phone that actually feels like the 2017 models, you know, of all the big flagships, that has very small bezels around the screen, and it also has the curved screen on the top and on the bottom. If you're looking for a cheap phone that actually feels like a high-end phone, honestly, this is a very good option for $299. If you don't get the prime features, I think it's really good. I think it's really good. But of course, the camera, like I said, the camera is good if you have good lighting. But if you have low light, like a dark night pictures, it's not that good. I didn't like the camera at all when it comes to low light. But other than that, you know, the performance for a cheap phone, it actually feels really good. It runs all the games that I've been using lately on the phone. So that, I don't have any complaints about that. Then, like I said, the ads here on the lock screen, some people are not going to like it. But let's see right here. It goes full screen. Let me see if it goes full screen. Nope. Right now it didn't go full screen, the ads right there. But normally the ad would be full screen. But if you have notifications, yeah, right there, right now it's not opening full screen, but it's just that little bar right there. Yes, you can install a locker, but the problem is when you install the locker, right? Let's go ahead and install this locker right there. When you install the locker, for example, that's the next locker. You can see the next locker right there. You'll swipe to open, but you're still going to see the ad right here. You're still going to have to swipe twice. So for me, it's not worth it. Of course, some people might go and try to root the device to eliminate the ads. If that's the route you want to take, go ahead and do it, but honestly, I don't like to do that right now. And other than that, guys, I don't have too much to add about this phone, other than it actually looks really damn good for a budget smartphone. I like the screen because the screen actually, you know, is a 5.5 inch screen, 1080p screen, and it actually looks really damn good. And screen body bar ratio is really damn awesome to have on a cheap phone as well, which is something that a lot of high-end smartphone been doing in 2017. Another thing that I don't like about this phone that I forgot to mention is that it doesn't have fingerprint scanner. No, it doesn't have a fingerprint scanner, which kind of sucks, but you know, it does have, you can open up with patterns and all that. It does have like a face recognition system, but it's not that good. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching the video. Like I said, I'm going to leave a links in my description for this smartphone, which is of course from Amazon, and if you buy it from there, you would actually help my channel as well with hitting those links as well. So guys, thanks for watching. This was a hands-on look of the LG Q6. Till next time, guys.